And the usual welcome, everybody, to the
Whoa.
next adventure of D&D Annie Session 5. The last time we left our heroes
We lost the session.
were...
That's
Yes,
what happened
this,
last
this,
time.
this update is very important because you are never going to be able to find out what happened in that session otherwise,
Yeah.
apparently. The heroes were in the middle of their journey into the Museum of Mason the Collector, along with Kalos and August, the Paladin and Evoker of A.A.N.E. They had cleared their way through most of the enemies, came up against a golem made to look like Mason himself, and found three rooms upon them. The first room contained the foul sworn obelisk, the object they were looking for, that activated upon entering the room. It summoned a whole bunch of souls, but you guys decided not to destroy the obelisk, instead deciding to sit there and endure the screaming souls in pain and agony. And August helped shut down the machine, and that was that. The second room you came into had a woman, a statue of a woman that you found out was actually a actual person and sealed in a magic sort of jail cell, some kind of liquid that turns into solid stone. You decided to take off the liquid, freeing the girl, in which case she turned into shadows and vanished, disappearing into a crack in the wall, and you don't know where the fuck she went then. And in the last room, you found the gem of Heidenreich and the wildflower, which I believe Hope is now carrying in her possession, and it's going to
Indeed.
be rather important that if anyone is holding onto one of those gems, do you let me know who is holding onto it? I'm going to assume that it's Hope generally, but if any of you are holding onto it, it can be rather important.
Okay.
So just let me know.
There was the bell, if that was at all important to bring up.
No, you guys, I wasn't done. Shithead.
Sorry.
Don't you
Sorry.
shut your goddamn fucking mouth, Canadian.
Sorry.
God, I don't even know where I was at anymore.
Dude,
Yeah,
what?
you guys also found a bell that belongs in the city.
You don't say a bell. Huh.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
a really nice bell that belongs in the city of Paylor, religious city.
Fuck
But
Paylor.
you guys said you couldn't carry it out, and that August and Kalos would go get it. And then after you left, August pulled Cog aside and let him know that Ayun spoke to her in a dream, told her that she was to warn you guys that there were more of the cult of nihilism to the south in Deep Rock, and that's where you guys are headed now.
What's the cult of nihilism?
Just kind of dirt. A little
Oh,
bit.
she also, not rather not her, Kalos did also tell Thrax that he might want to head north when he gets a chance because the Invoker of Cord might need his help.
Also, Martin did a sneak attack makeout session with what's his name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That
Uh,
Oh
it
yeah,
was
you did.
Callum.
That
Yeah.
was weird.
was weird.
It's pretty strange. So that is where your session begins, guys. You have now made it to Deep Rock,
Yay!
and as you approach the mountain that Deep Rock rests beneath, you see that the ground before you opens up into a massive square pit lined with fabulous stone.
Can I
It is
punch the mountain? Because I hate the
They're not
mountain.
here. The pit is filled with bizarre, populated by races of all kinds, peddling their wares to a line of people leading into the heart of the mountain. There's a festive, chaotic air to the market as mundane wares are passed off with as incredible trinkets to the pushy hands thrusting them in your face as you walk by. Every couple of feet, you are bookended by two steely dwarven guards dressed in purple and black armor, the colors of Deep Rock. The line appears to be a customs check to get into the city itself, and there's a peculiar man staying in front of you. That's you, Randy.
Oh! Okay. No, when it comes to the custom check, I apply to whatever it is.
It's a line. You're stuck in line right now.
Oh, alright. Yeah, then I'm just fucking standing there.
I should note that to the rest of the party, they've never seen whatever it is that you
Well,
are.
I'm completely clad in armor. They can't actually see any figure of skin from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm making it a point to where I never take my helm off in front of the party.
All right. Well, then describe your character to the party.
Roughly, because I always make a guy my height, so he's about 6'5". Seems to be built like a brick shit house. Um, all in blue and silver. If anybody knows anything about blue and silver, seems to be the colors of Bahamut. Uh, Mace on his hip, cowl over his helm, and tome on his other hip.
Does he have any like sigils or something on his armor?
On the chest, yes, but on the back, no.
Okay, so we can see it then.
No, because it'd be the sigil of Bahamut on the front of him. You can see on the holy symbol, Bahamut on there.
Okay. Well, I imagine the rest of us are just going to get in line as well.
Yep, that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do anything to pass the time?
Sing to myself.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't know the
Oh,
insane.
Does anybody in this party have telepathy?
I'm a battle mind. I'm not sure if I have telepathy.
Technically, Cog does for his helmet.
Okay.
It
I
doesn't
did-
allow us to read minds or anything anyway.
Although
so-
I think Waylon's muted.
Or he's gone again.
I am muted. I am the best.
You're
Did you
so
forget?
smart.
I want to
Did you not
establish
realize-
I'm standing as far away from Ekman as possible when he starts singing. And I do have a helmet of telepathy.
Okay. I was just wondering if anybody else had any psionic type thing like I did.
I'm gonna be standing with Cog.
Yeah, if I forget, if I realize Ekman's singing, I'm just gonna like smack him upside the head. Try to get him to shut up.
He starts humming to himself.
Blow
You
atomic,
guys are gonna get a couple of looks from other people in the line.
blow atomic breath on him. You're our mini Godzilla.
Hope, take a moment of your time.
Oh, absolutely. It's either that or standing here listening to the humming Dragonborn, so you know.
Oh, I turned my ears off. Yes, it's rather annoying.
Kind of learned it.
When we get to the customs point, it's probably better that they think I'm just a normal Warforged. If you wouldn't mind pretending to be my master.
Oh, I'll be your mistress, alright?
Someone's got a sex robot.
You'll be
Uh,
my own personal servant. I like this idea. No, but seriously though. Yeah, sure, that
yeah, don't get too
probably
into,
would be
don't
for the
get too into
best.
the role. But yes, when we're around strangers, I'll just pretend to be
Beep boop.
very boring and uninteresting. Hopefully.
I can make a joke, but I'm not going to.
While you're staying in line, a gnome walks up to you, Al, and like knocks on your leg.
Please refrain from touching this unit.
You want to buy some celery? And he holds
Celery?
a handful of celery. Yes.
This unit does not consume organic products.
Well, that's a load of shit. You guys want to buy some celery? And he's like pushes the celery in front towards Cog's face.
No, thank you, good sir.
Why the fuck don't you want to buy it?
I have travel rations and I've already eaten for the day.
Well, why
I
don't you eat some celery? It's good for you.
Confirmed
Like
celery is good
80%
for organic
water.
units.
I drink
I
plenty
bet
of
it's
water.
water.
I drink plenty of water, sir.
Where's your water skin? I don't see one.
It's in my
backpack.
ass.
Celery contains useful fiber. You should buy celery.
See? The robot knows what he's talking about.
Just remember to remove that module.
This
You
place is
want
very
some
interesting.
celery?
I don't
Why
need any
celery?
celery. I thank you.
Celery's all I have.
Is this a child gnome or a full-grown male
He
gnome?
looks like, yeah, kind of younger.
Okay.
I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on.
He's an annoying little twat,
My
though, I'll tell you
wallet.
that.
Yeah, Thrax is tapping his foot, and if anybody's staying near him, they can see he's getting kind of like impatient about
Agitated.
this. And yeah, he's getting agitated.
Intimidate the
Sure.
child.
I want to buy some celery.
Who's
I'm
that?
keeping a close watch on my wallet for this. I don't trust it.
Who was that directed at?
You.
Chris? Me? Okay. No, Thrax is actually just gonna look at him. He actually is just gonna kind of snarl a little bit, See if you can get him to back off.
Press the red button.
Where's your
The red
fucking
button.
problem? I'm fucking out of here, boy! There's something for you guys!
Well, I guess that's
Good
the
job,
way to solve the
Thrax.
problem.
You scared away the goblin or the gnome kid.
Apparently, the
Wanted
kid
to
tripped
summon
over a
Celebi.
dog on his way out.
He does. He trips over the dog.
Oh, by the way, guys, no more Doom Train. That's sad.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
Doom Train's gone.
A moment of silence for the Doom Train.
Yes. Okay, that was long enough.
Well, you did say a moment.
Yes.
You notice that time is passing rather slow. You guys have probably been standing there already about like 30 minutes, and the line doesn't seem to be budging too much. You're there probably another 10, 15 minutes just like that.
Actually, after about like 5 minutes, I'm gonna look at the party and say, "Can you hold my spot for 1 second?"
That,
Who are
that
you
was a
talking to?
Thrax.
That was just at the party in general. Can you guys?
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
if I'm going to leave for a second, when I come back, please don't make me stand at the back of this line.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm gonna go try to take a
Fine.
peek at like what they're doing at the front of the line that's taking so long.
Gollum,
Good idea.
make sure his spot is not taken.
Affirmative saving spot.
Cog, give me a perception check.
Oh man, I'm amazing at these. No, I'm not. I'm not bad. I thought I was worse for some reason. 22.
Okay, Cog. As you're leaving line, you see behind you is a Goliath who is giving you a glare as you like say that to save your spot when you leave.
He's giving him the stink eye.
He is giving you a stink eye.
I'm gonna wave at him.
He kind of bares his teeth and growls a little bit. His arms are
I'm gonna
crossed.
scurry away a little faster.
Okay. You scurry away and you're kind of cutting up towards the front of the line.
Wiki, 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 wiki.
I'm just walking up alongside it to see what's going on.
Alright, well, it's a little tough to kind of move alongside the line because, as I said, there's a lot of merchants and stuff trying to push their wares on you while you're staying in line. This is a market, but a lot of them are advertising specifically to the people who are staying in line. So you kind of have to duck and dodge around their legs a little bit.
Right.
So you do get to the front, and you can see that there's basically just an open area that would lead into the cave of the mountain. That there's a checkpoint at with a couple of guards who are just investigating people as they go in to make sure they're not bringing in anything. That seems to be
Okay.
your situation. It just seems to be a slow process because
Alright.
most people who are heading in have large amounts of supplies.
Alright, well, I'm gonna sigh, head back to the party, and just say, yeah, it's gonna be a while.
He left the line.
And
You know what?
I just wanted to check and see what was going on at the front. Is there a problem?
Always a problem with the gnomes.
How big is the
Racist.
Goliath?
But he
Uh,
isn't trying to
Goliath's-
sell you celery.
I think he's like there's 7 feet at like minimum. He's taller than you.
6'8"
Okay,
to
okay.
6'8" and above.
Yeah.
Okay.
Them and Minotaurs are the tallest race and heaviest race.
Dragonborn are up there too.
But not quite. Okay.
He seems to huff it off though.
Good. I'm gonna put my pacifist hammer up against his face.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
Yeah, my guy's just patiently waiting.
All right.
Well,
It takes
fine.
probably about a half hour from here on in, but you guys do start to get towards the front of the line, and Rylith, you get to the checkpoint. One of the dwarves asks you to please remove any bags that you have. If you have any weapons, please place them to the side.
He does.
You comply with everything.
Yep, he doesn't speak, but yeah, he
Okay.
does.
One of the guards do ask, "What's your business for being in Deep Rock?"
Tap my chest. Symbol of Palor.
You're changing gods.
No, I'm not changing gods. I'm here for Palor work. Or not Palor, but
I was gonna say, which god do you worship?
Bahamut. I keep thinking Palor because that's the one you guys keep talking about. So
What's that mean?
I speak in his mind, not out vocally. I'm here to see what they're doing with the digging of trying to get closer to Morden.
The guard raises an eyebrow. What was that you were just doing?
I say in his mind again, telepathy.
All right, stand all to the side for just a moment.
He does.
One of the guys just comes over and just sort of is like checking through your stuff on the side.
Yeah, actually, I don't have anything other than trail rations in my bags.
Okay.
I literally have what's on me and my trail rations, and that's it.
Okay.
And a lot of money.
Okay. The next is this group, the party. Who would be the first person in line?
Well, if everyone's avoiding Ekman, he's probably in the front.
Yeah.
These are the front or the way back.
Well, I know Thrax is near the back, so.
Okay, so it'd be Ekman, then...
Probably just Ekman and the big space and the rest of the party.
Okay, well, I need to know who's after Ekman.
Oh,
Ekman.
nah, I'm probably at the back if I'm trying to stay as far away from Ekman as possible.
Yeah, so it'd probably be like Ekman, then Thrax, then Al, then Hope, then Cog.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You guys start getting into the line. They all ask you the same thing. Please take off your bags. We need to investigate them. If you have any weapons, place them off to the side.
Cog has a
They-
cat in his bag, remember?
Oh yeah, I do have a cat in my bag.
Oh, yeah.
That is a thing. I forget this sometimes.
Do they examine the contents of the bag out in the open?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm going to kindly ask them not to do that because I have the gem in there, and I don't want everyone to know that I have this gem.
It's not like in public view. I mean, it's kind of like they do it off to the side. There's a little bit of like a grate kind of that blocks over where the checkpoint is. So you can see like the tops of the heads the tops of the heads of the dwarves, but you couldn't necessarily see everything that they're pulling out.
I can't see into it since I'm pulled to the side.
No, you can because you're behind the grate, so you could see it.
Roger. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd ask them to be careful about it. I don't like.
Don't
Even
worry,
if-
man. We dealt with plenty of the delegates before.
Don't break my
appreciate it.
vibrator, please.
Yeah, I'll fly.
You all comply?
I could play.
They are questioning Ekman at the moment when they ask, what's your reason for being here in Deep Rock?
Oh, this was a bad decision.
Let's see.
I went to
Why
eat
did
the
I
children.
come here? I was just following them.
I just point to the rest of the group.
They haven't kicked me away yet. I don't know why.
Wait, you're saying that you're consciously doing all these things? And that you know it's strange? But you're just doing it to fuck with us.
He's crazy.
Are you actually saying that out loud, or is it just me?
No, do you actually say?
Yeah, I
that,
say all that. I'm just following these guys.
Then yes, I will totally say that.
I'm not fucking with you. I'm just insane.
Hey, Luke, I think you're going to want to come over here and see this. One of the guards pulls the one who was kind of questioning you over, and you can see he's looking into Hope's bag. The one dwarf who comes over looks into it. Then he looks up at you guys. He says, all of you, hands on the back of your head, don't move.
I do the Macarena. And
Thanks, Hope. Thanks, Hope.
I smack Ekman and just try
What are you
and try
saying,
to
thanks?
to the
I
ground.
found it. All right.
Several
Get angry because they found my weed.
several dwarves come over and immediately start putting you guys in shackles.
my hands
behind
are on
your
my
back.
head.
Yeah, well, they're grabbing your hands from behind your head and then pulling them down behind your back.
I'm really tall, and they're dwarves.
This is
I
probably-
pull Ekman's
All right,
arm.
if you want to ask, then they fucking kick you in the back of the knee and then do it.
Actually, they wouldn't even need
The
to
party
do
would
that.
enjoy that.
Thrax would probably-
Yes, I would.
Thrax would
Uh,
pull Ekman's arms down so they could shackle them.
I have a strange request. Can I have my cat before you just drag me off to jail?
The dwarf pulls something out of Hope's bag and shows it to the party. You guys immediately recognize it as the mask of Hoya de la Raza.
Oh.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was something else entirely. Alright, we know what's going on. Do you
Do
want us
you-
to explain it to you?
Do you know what this mask means?
Yes! Sort of.
Give me a history
really.
check, Waylon.
No, it was explained to us by August.
Yeah, you know the story of it, but give me a history check.
26!
Cog, you would know that mask in modern day society has somewhat of a more serious meaning than what it would be in today's society to walk around with the Guy Fawkes mask. It's essentially like you are supporting that idea of that idealism and generally associated with terrorism of some kind.
Oh,
Before the internet ruins it.
Oh! Okay, this is a huge misunderstanding. Hang on 1 second. Does anyone here have the pick with them still? Or did we
I have it still.
Okay. Can you check his bag? I'm gonna point at Thrax.
With your
How do you
hands
do it
in
with your
shackles.
hands behind your head?
Well, I thought you put
you
it.
can like nod.
I'll point with my head. I'll point
Or
with
your hands behind your back, rather, I guess. So you're just like behind your back, like go to his bag.
Okay. Okay.
The dwarves very cautiously kind of push you off a little bit to the side and look into Thrax's bag.
Pipe bomb.
I was about to say anthrax bomb, but pipe bomb works.
And they pull out the pickaxe. One of them kind of looks at it kind of confused for a moment, but the other one does look at it in complete and utter shock and asks,
Yeah.
why are you guys here?
We came from Mason's mansion. These are things we found in his museum. Totally accidents that we set off your terrorist alarms. I'm sorry.
You see the two dwarves kind of look at each other for a moment and then they shake their heads.
We're still going to jail, aren't we?
Well, I need to verify this.
So a holding cell.
The one guard goes around and kind of gathers up the guards who are... There's like two that are stationed over just watching you guys to make sure there's no movements, but there's some talk amongst them. One of the guards actually goes over to Rylith and says, "Excuse me, sir. We're going to need you to come along with us. We won't put you in any shackles or anything, but you're setting off a couple alarms here, and we just want to make sure that there's nothing out of the ordinary."
He mentions to him that he won't go anywhere without his holy symbol, though.
They give you back your stuff.
Oh, all my shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because they
sweet.
didn't find anything in there besides trail rations, but
Yeah.
they want to keep an eye on you, essentially. Then the rest of
I
the
don't-
guards essentially... sorry.
Don't understand it, but okay.
The other guards, you want to know the reason why? Because you gave me like 1 day's notice you joined the party, so I had to force you into this
I told
campaign.
you this a week ago. You fucking idiot.
It's like yesterday. He's like, "Hey, I'm in your game." It's like, I don't know your character's name yet.
I told you I wouldn't give you a character's name until today. Because I couldn't even think of
Story
one.
or premise.
I gave you that shit 2 days ago. You
Okay, moving
fucking
on.
twat.
Anyways,
Tell you what, you should have written a novel by now, Chris. I mean, this is just all your fault.
You shithead.
Anyway, lifts the rest of the party up and says, "Follow us."
I follow after.
Suzo?
I am very, very sorry for this. I did not realize that the mask of a former terrorist might cause a problem or two.
As you can see, my party's retarded.
Confirmed.
Not
I don't want to hear
retarded.
that from you.
Insane.
Potato.
Okay, party. You are escorted through Deep Rock, and once the outside light dims and fades away, you see a magnificent city carved from stone that shines against the warm orange glow of torchlight. The air is thick.
Torchlight.
What's that?
Torchlight.
Yeah.
Good game.
The air is thick with the smell of earth that tastes pure as you inhale. In the distance, you can hear hearty laughter accompanying folk music coming from an inn where the lively silhouettes of the patrons can be seen dancing against the curtains of the window. You can see a massive city stretched before you as you are taken towards a massive square lift that rests nestled in the walls of the city. With the clicking whirl, the lift begins to lower, and the world below before you seems to be can only be seen through glimpses caught through the slits of the steel grate before you pass by. First, you see that familiar orange glow as the floors descend by, but suddenly the world becomes black, quiet, and bleak. Floor after floor pass by without the same mirth you encountered before, but none of the guards seem bothered by this change. Slowly, the world beyond the grates lightens up again, and through the cracks you can see incredible masonry. The lift stops and the grate opens to reveal a city just as large as the one you saw, sprawled out before you in a lead up to an awe-inspiring palace that stretched to the cavern's ceiling. The guards lead you through the city and into that palace, and before long you are brought into the chambers of King Blackhand, the King of Deep Rock.
We've been going
Still in
down this
shackles?
entire time, right?
Yes, you've been going down a very long time, and yes, you are in shackles still.
Okay. Yeah. That's
So
what I
one
figured.
thing I will mention is when we're walking by the folk music and everything, Ekman starts dancing as he's marching along.
You're
Or
not making
doing
a
what
lot
little
of sense
dance
here,
he
you
can
know
when
that.
shackled.
You can do a jig still. The guards are going to look at you strange as shit.
Hammer dance it.
Are we shackled in front of our backs or like in
It's
front of
behind your
ourselves?
back. It's
Damn.
behind.
Okay.
Why you wanted to slap him?
Yeah, I was gonna just smack him upside the head again.
Just
Well,
kick,
when the
right in
guards
the
are
back.
looking at him strangely, I'm
kick the
gonna
back
just-
of his knee. He'll fall
I'm
down.
just gonna look at them and be like, "This is what
Yeah,
I've had to
I'd
deal
do
with
that.
for like the past 2 weeks."
It's been an
Why do you
adventure to
put up-
say the least.
Step on the back of his shoe. Give him a flat tire.
One of the guards goes up to Cog and says, "Why you put up with it then?"
I don't know.
The story compels me to.
He stabs me in the face sometimes.
It really fucking hurts too.
It's only like 5 damage.
Oh,
but it
so
hurts.
so now Ekman's gonna get arrested for attempted murder.
Is
On
he
the
shackled
side.
in the front too as well?
No, it's just shackled. It's just your arms are shackled behind your
Oh, so
back.
we're not like lined up together. It's shackled.
No, it's not like you're.
You're
in a
not
fucking, like,
you're not chain ganged.
Well, then again, Cog, you did sort of, spring a trap on one of our former companions as well.
I was
so-
asleep. I was asleep.
I wasn't.
Anyway,
Exactly.
before you guys lies a man on the brink of death. His face is wrinkled and pale. His eyes are glassy and seem to rest, staring off in different directions. His body is hidden beneath an expensive blanket that tucks him into his enormous bed, but you can see one bony hand that rests above. His advisor, Braithen, stands beside the king and whispers into his ear. The king twitches ever slightly in acknowledgement of your presence.
I'm going to drop to one knee and offer my respects to the king. We've been told that this is the king, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bow to the king, offer my respects.
I'll nod. Not
The-
much bowing I can do.
I'll
but
follow Hook's lead.
The guard that has all of your stuff takes the pick and walks it up to Braithen, who's the advisor, and shows it to him. Braithen kind of examines it for a moment, very intricately. You see he's sort of deeply focused in it. He holds it up towards King King Blackhand's eyes, and you see they kind of slightly focus upon it. Braithen then nods and says, "Remove their shackles." And they do so.
Glad I kept that thing on me.
Thank you.
Can I have my stuff back?
Oh my god, am I dropping?
What?
I think
No,
that is.
no,
Ah,
I
ah,
think
okay,
we're
well then.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rylith is still confused to why the fuck he's here.
Is this... Where did you get this?
Nation's Mansion.
I'm not particularly knowledgeable of Mation, was it?
Mason.
He's an old crazy wizard. He died. He had a museum. It was there. We looted it.
This artifact has been missing from our family for eons. Were you
Welcome to
intending
have
to
it
bring
back.
this back here?
No, but you're welcome
Yes.
to have it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, sir. Not particularly. It was just happenstance we were headed this way.
But you will give it to us.
Yeah.
It will prove we're not terrorists, yes.
Then the intentions of which don't matter to us. This is an incredible gift for our city to have back. I believe that we owe you an apology for our gruff nature, though our city can be a bit protective of itself.
To
We
be
have-
fair, we carried around a symbol of a terrorist group, so
Yeah, we
our bad.
Our bad.
Our bad.
No, no.
What is this term you speak of? Our bad.
No, no. And he bows to you, says, no, if you are giving this back to us, then we are the ones who should apologize. You do not understand the weight this item has. This man here is the great-grandson of David Blackrock, or Blackhand. I'm going to get his name right eventually.
Just change it to Black Rocks if that's what you want it to be, apparently.
No, because we're in Deep Rock, that's why. So everything I just want to add is, like, first word rock.
My guy's name is Darius Rock. Steve
Yeah.
Rock, Bill Rock, and...
That's Real Rock over there. Drax Rock. Pop Rock.
And
Pop
Jimmy,
Rocks.
He's adopted.
May I ask you all, though, why you are here?
Well,
Search for Skittles.
it's kind of complicated, I guess. Actually,
I
I'm gonna
still do not know.
right. Ignore
Okay.
him.
Cog explain.
We're looking for the code of nihilism.
What's a coat of nihilism?
The cult of nihilism. It's the cult. God damn it.
It's okay, Cog. We know you're nervous because you're in front of the king, but pull yourself together.
I'm trying.
The
I'm desperately trying.
The cult of what now?
Nihilism. I'm gonna
Nihilism.
explain. Basically, we went to this forest by. Hang on, I need to scroll over to it so I can see its name.
Venica.
Venica, there we go. I want to say Vecna, but that's an entirely different thing. Venica. And its protector had been corrupted by a member of this cult. And in doing so, we felt it was prudent to investigate their activities, and we heard rumors that there might be some here.
Braithen kind of stops and strokes his beard for a moment. I haven't heard any signs of cultism around here. We have a pretty strong lock on this. Maybe somewhere up near Force 4, but they don't have the capabilities of doing that. I tell you what, gentlemen and lady, to make up for our earlier mistake and our treatment, would you allow us to permit a banquet to be held in your honor tonight? You are, of course, all invited to attend, and you can stay the night here in the palace. And in the meantime, I will see what I can do about investigating anyone who might be able to give you some leads on this situation.
Ask for money. Fuck the
That
banquet,
sounds fair
get
to
money.
me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds more than fair. Sleeping in a palace. Yeah, I'll happily sleep in a palace. Do I get manservants?
No.
I don't think they're just giving you people. Pretty
That's
sure
more
that's
like
not how
for the
this works.
evening, I mean.
Thrax is gonna smack Hope upside the head this time.
Don't you already have a golem?
Yeah, but it doesn't moan.
He's ugly.
What?
Nothing.
Gonna smack them down.
Is it just one, like, giant circle jerk for you guys, just hitting each other in the head?
It's like a fucking Three Stooges sketch
Yeah.
over there. It's just like,
Somebody runs down the hallway on their arms.
The only thing.
oh, you're a wise guy.
Only Thrax has not been smacked up the head now.
No, I don't think Al has.
Yeah.
Ryle, without a sheer boredom, smacks you in the back of the head to feel like
That
he's
is
part.
fine.
No, I'm kidding. Like, are you guys hearing my dogs whine? Because, like, they're just been fucking
No.
whining up a storm today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there they are.
No.
Yeah,
Aw.
They're in a kennel right now.
I hear dogs also whining because it's so hot.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
does everyone in your family bitch because it's too hot?
Chris, when your fat ass is here, I'm gonna
Look,
kick
the
it.
snakes are just like, so hot.
No, they're happy.
They're cold-blooded. They fucking love this.
Because they're not bitches. Anyways,
I'm gonna put a whole bag of sand in your vagina, Chris.
that also implies you're giving you a vagina.
You have one, Chris. Let's go.
Okay. Uh, so you guys will stay the night and
Yeah.
attend a banquet?
Did I get the mask back?
Oh yeah, they give you everything. Well, they're gonna hold on to the mask.
Okay.
They're like, I'm sure you have great intentions with this, but I think it might be best if we hold on to it.
Get its value.
I was actually planning on donating it to any museums that might want it. Considering this is probably going to sound bad, but that is the actual mask of the Joya de la Rosa.
We assumed so after you came in with the pickaxe that perhaps this wasn't just a sign that you were involved in various indoings, but
No,
You
it's
have
not
to
some
understand-
cheap. Yeah.
you have to understand what this mask represents. This was a woman who killed many high-profile people in the name of her own ideals of what the world should be, and her actions led to deaths in this city.
This
This
is
is
actually
not-
gonna come out of nowhere. I was wondering, did she happen to have tattoos and like meld into the shadows?
No.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I didn't-
Completely
Thank you.
unrelated, by the way. Because if
Well-
she did, we have not met her.
If it had been the case, it would have been less related.
Yes.
But
You
less
guys are like
unrelated.
the shadiest people I've ever seen.
You're suddenly more skeptical about throwing a banquet in your honor.
Too late. We shook hands.
Randy, was that
didn't.
Randy, was that in game or no?
Well, no, because I don't speak to you guys.
Okay.
I will take a slight step to the side to
That'll
further
actually-
distance myself from these wackos.
We've spent a long time alone just wandering.
We'll find a way to dispose of the mask.
Well, disposing of it? Is that really necessary? This is a thing of legend, the history behind it. Surely, even if it's dark history, would
Would you like to celebrate an object of a man who killed your father?
celebrate it? No, but remembering the history behind it so it wouldn't repeat itself.
You can look at the walls around you. This entire city is built on tradition. There are things here we hold in great reverence from where we came. We celebrate those things. This is not an object we want to celebrate.
Then would it be possible for me to keep it out of sight, and then perhaps donate it to a museum somewhere else? I give you my word, this thing will never leave my backpack while I'm here.
That's
Or,
a
you
really
know-
dangerous word. What if someone just like cuts open your backpack and it falls
Or-
out?
Hope, or they could just hold on to it until our business is done here.
Yeah, they can also do that.
I much prefer that
Probably
one.
a better idea. You guys are smart.
I wonder who the
Thank you.
real crazy one is.
Braithen puts the mask down by a bedstand then and says, "Well then, I suppose you all would like to explore the city then before the banquet." And he kind of motions to one of the guards. They head out of the room, and after a brief moment, a sturdy dwarven woman dressed in the city's colors of black and purple shows up, and she says, "What can I do for you, travelers?"
Chris, I had a question while we were in there.
Okay.
Does the king look like he's dying of old age, or maybe some other?
He looks like he looks like he should be dead now. He's withered. It looks like it's old age, but he just looks
Lich.
sickly.
He's a lich.
a dwarven lich.
Hey, if he has arcane power, he can be a lich.
I had a 20. 26 passive perception if there was anything I could have seen from where I was. When it comes to the
Nothing in
king.
particular. I mean, if you examine the king, if you're specifically eyeing him up and down, you just further. I mean, based off whatever your heal check is, but you'd have to be a complete fucking moron to not be able to be like, how the fuck is this thing still alive?
Mhm.
This king looks like he could die any second.
Okay.
I will say like one thing for Ekmania. I got a question. Who is he? I point over to Rylith.
Oh.
He's not with us. Why is he here?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Does he get the
actually.
banquet too?
I
That's actually a very good question.
thought he was with you, but if he's already here, I suppose it would be rude to uninvite him. Besides, he is a man of the cloth. We honor that here in Deep Rock.
Alright. You're welcome, stranger. Free food.
He still doesn't say anything to you.
I'll leave it to Ekman to be
Yawn
positive,
for
I
the men of the
suppose.
cloth, and then search all their belongings and bring them to the king for questioning.
I'm gonna say something to the dwarven lady. Again, in the head. You said they're digging something deeper into the earth to get closer to Morden, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm specifically asking her to see the deepest part of their city.
She kind of stops for a moment, and her eyes look up to her head. And you see
Does
her
she
kind of
pass
like,
out?
no, you see her just like kind of like almost shaky for a moment, and she's like, "Am I supposed to talk to you regular?"
I said yes.
Oh, I thought I could do that too. Well, yes, there is the deepest floor here. Floor 32 is as Deep Rock goes right now, but no one's allowed down there beyond the Expedition Legion.
I would like to meet with them, if all possible.
Is that still just in her head, or
Yep.
the rest of the party? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm never gonna say anything to them until they fucking actually, they actually do something that's worth me talking to them. At this moment, they're just idiots right now to him.
Well,
As we should be.
well, I could try to get you in to see the Expedition Legion, though they're a little bit tough to get a hold of. They're down there clearing out the floor, trying to make it habitable for us. I could try to see if one of the members might be able to meet you. Perhaps, I don't remember his name. Perhaps Otis.
Any time that you may be able to set this meeting, I will be available. I just would like to see and understand exactly why you are digging this deep into the ground.
Well, it's not a question. It's not a hard question to answer. It's to get deeper down there, and the aristocrats all want to go further and further.
Ekman at this point is like going to lean down to the dwarven woman and say, "You know, talking to yourself is kind of crazy, right?"
Well, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to this big guy right here.
But he's not talking.
He talks in my
Probably-
mind.
Probably some form of telepathy.
A telepath.
She points
Ah, it
towards
is a
Todd,
thing.
and she's like, "Sharp
Here.
boy you are."
Let me lend you my helmet, Ekman, so you can see what that's like.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
You want him talking in your head?
Cog. Think
Yes.
about
Do
that.
it!
2 seconds.
Do it!
You make a good point. I'm gonna keep this helmet on my head.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oh, I could broadcast singing to everyone's head.
No.
Surrounded by morons.
But it's good singing.
Until then, direct me to your finest inn.
You sure? I believe that Braithwaite said you could stay at the palace for the night.
Actually, no, not the finest inn. Do they have? I'm a Knights Templar, so if there's a Morden church here, I'm assuming there is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Do you want the main one? Which one do you want?
The one that she would describe as the most humble one there. That
She
doesn't
kinda
ask
laughs.
for much.
She kind of laughs when you say humble. Humble's not what you really get around these parts. You want a humble church of Morden? I'll have to take you somewhere that you may not want to go.
I just say lead the way.
She takes the rest of the party and she kind of pulls you out of the king's room and leads you guys into kind of like a foyer and pulls you aside and says, "Are you guys familiar with how Deep Rock works?"
No idea.
No clue.
Is Rylith still there?
Yes, you're all still there. She's explained this for Rylith, but to the whole party, essentially.
Okay.
The way Deep Rock's built is that it's a layer of cities on top of one another. The city keeps building down lower and lower, and then once it's all cleared out and a new floor is created, people move in there, usually the most wealthy. So the city itself is sort of a descending order of affluence, a caste, self-created caste system almost. The first three floors are where most tourists head, so we call that the crust. But once you get past that, you start getting into places that have been, well, out and out abandoned.
How deep are we right now?
Think miles. Miles upon miles.
I'm not very good with numbers, but I'll take your word for
No,
it.
you're okay with numbers. It's math.
She gets kind of close to you and says, very, very
Oh,
far.
that shit's cold.
I can. Okay, very, very far. I understand that.
I don't know if I could do this, but is there a way that like Ekman can like recall how far he's traveled down? If there's like
Um,
Oh, this arm's fine.
if you want to give him like an idiot savant thing.
uh,
Guess this is the sun's just beating up that arm.
do you want to know what floor you're on or how, like,
Like actually how far we traveled to the palace.
Your body's gonna go through some changes
Oh, yeah.
from moving out here.
Yeah.
second. You guys are right now, you're on the 28th floor. If you want to know an exact number for how far deep that is, you'd have to give me a little bit because I don't have that offhand.
Alright.
Essentially, God.
Well, you could just say X for right now.
Okay, you are very, very far down, which is X right now.
But would Ekman actually like know that off the top of his head?
Yes, you could. Sure.
Ekman just announced that. We're this far down.
Ah, sorry about that, guys.
So
What
we're.
was that?
That was Jay.
You said the 28th floor?
Yes.
She also mentioned about the heat.
No, I'm fucking. My skin's breaking out
Aww.
because of when you're in the heat, your pores open up and dust and shit gets in them, so you kind of get bumps and shit on your skin. So she just got the lotion for me and fucking rubbed it all over my arms.
Rubs the lotion on its skin.
You got a little baby rash.
Anyway.
So yeah, I think that's the first appearance of her on the show.
28th floor.
Yeah, you guys are on the 28th floor right now. She tells you, she points, or rather, talks right to Rylith then.
Mhm.
And says, if you're looking for a humble Church of Malden, you'd have to be going up really high, back to those floors where it's mostly just the poor and desolate. See, once a new floor's created, all the wealthy leave it and go to the next floor. So all those buildings just get kind of inhabited by the next lowest or the next highest caste. Those floors are basically all but abandoned, but they're completely homeless.
He nods in acknowledgement of what she's saying. But I'm also going to, Chris, let you know that if I'm going up top and you're going to have a thief try and take my money, I actually stow it in my chest plate, upper part of my chest plate.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where I'd go.
So you get to the to the clan of wandering clothes stealers.
Yeah.
They run off and grab all your clothes right off your body.
I don't think that would work out well for them. Maybe a pacifist, but I still hit really hard with a couple of my powers.
What if they got speed 20?
It's okay.
You can shift that at will. With a plus 19 to their thievery checks.
All right, Chris. you
Okay. So this fella wants to go to the absolute least glamorous part of Deep Rock. Where would you all like to go?
So you said the 43rd was the deepest, but you.
The 32nd. The
32nd.
32nd's the most. That one's not
32nd.
finished yet, though. Hasn't been finished for a while.
So what's between here and there?
What you're in now, you idiot?
No.
28.
Right now they're on the 28th. So essentially 3 floors.
36. Yeah.
And the last one's uncompleted. She tells you it's the most wealthy members of the entire city.
Query, not the king.
King doesn't move much these days. No point relocating the palace when the king himself hasn't moved a day in probably 100 years.
All right.
Besides, the wealthiest are the ones who jump on the opportunity whenever a new floor opens. Comes with such power, they get to spread their wealth around and feel close to more than all the same. It's a bit of a topic of contention here in the city. But don't let that distract you all from the rest of the glorious things we have here. Where else would you all like to go?
Well, far right question here. Do you know of a place that sells, magical armor and things like that?
Sure, of course we have that.
Excellent.
You want magic armor, you came to the best place.
Ooh, fantastic. I need to
Any
upgrade.
particular kind you're looking for?
Well, I was actually hoping to get the magic on my current armor enchanted to become ever so slightly stronger.
Sure, we can do that for you.
Excellent.
Her accent
Oh.
keeps going in and out.
Don't you suss me?
You bumbleclut.
Before any of that, and I'm going to turn to Rylith and look at him and be like, well, terribly sorry that this possibly happened because of us. And even if it didn't, still very sorry about this. At least it kind of worked out for the better. Actually, it worked out for the better quite nicely.
Who am I kidding? Apologizing to you. This worked out magnificently.
In fact, you owe us.
He turns to you and says, I pay no mind to the troubles of newcomers.
Are you saying that in our heads?
I say that to Hopesmon, yes.
Okay.
That is.
I'd like to
really
point out-
bizarre.
I'd like to point out we would be in a much worse situation if I had not brought that pickaxe.
Most
Yes.
likely, yes.
Probably be worse if you let me explain it.
Yes.
Oh,
We stole the pickaxe.
oh, would have been worse if I had broke it.
Oh, you came back with the splinters?
Yeah, I just remembered that I almost broke that.
You're saying that in front of that dwarf woman.
So,
I didn't.
So, stranger, might I be as bold as to inquire what your name is?
Chris, what's my sect called again?
You're part of the good ones, right?
Yeah.
Then you are of the Platinum Shield.
All right.
Or the Ardent Shield, rather.
Ardent Shield.
Argent Shield.
Argent Shield. So I need to think War of the Warcraft here.
Mm-hmm.
I give you, let's see. Rylith of the Argent Shield.
Oh, Rylith of the
Anyone
Argent
want
Shield.
to roll a religion check?
Only Hope can.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because
I only speak to whoever's directly speaking to me.
Okay.
My religion is poop, so...
History might work still, too.
Yeah, history or religion.
Wait, Hope, what was your response to him?
Yeah, I did say it out loud. Because I did say, well then, Rylith of the Argent Shield, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
If anyone wants to, when you hear Argent Shield, you can make a religion check.
Nah.
I rolled a
Sure.
1. No, I rolled a 1.
Yay, Thrax.
I think Drax
Aw,
still beats
Waylon.
me.
Yeah.
You think?
I will know. Well, no, my bonus is higher, despite not having it trained.
It's a sad truth of paladins and all religious classes. For some reason, it's based off of intelligence.
Yeah, I'm changing that for my campaign.
Yeah,
That's
I may
just
change it
bullshit.
as well.
It's
Basically,
time still.
Thrax, you're the only one who knows this. There are currently 2 different sects of Bahamut currently in the world.
Sex.
The first being the Platinum Shield, who kind of lives by the tenets that Bahamut set down before the Age of Silence began. The second is called Heaven's Hand.
You mean
And
the
they are more...
Argent Shield?
What's that?
Yeah.
You said Platinum
You're-
Shield.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you said-
Argent Shield. Argent Shield. The other
I
is
like
Heaven's
Platinum Shield
Hand,
better.
which is essentially... Well, the Platinum Shield's essentially just the same thing. I mean, it's... If you want to call it
Is it Argent Shield or Platinum Shield?
I like Platinum Shield.
Argent Shield is what it is, but call it Platinum Shield. There you
Okay.
go. Heaven's Hand is the second group, which is a more militant group of followers of Bahamut. They are actually radically against anyone who claims that there are invokers in the world who can. Anyone who claims to hear the words of the gods is a liar, and actively hunts them down to bring them to death as heretics. They're one of the ones who kind of propped up after the Age of Silence kind of reached about like year 20 or so, and now many religious scholars kind of think that their powers of Bahamut are long since gone, and a new god has basically just granted them the same powers because their actions follow his or her whims. So it's basically a group of insane people who think they're still following Bahamut, but are probably being powered by a completely different god.
Okay.
They're bad news.
Bad news bears.
I can take him with my pacifist fists.
You're a platinum shield.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what you know.
Okay.
Well then, Rylith, what this location, this part of the world?
I wish to see the deepest part of their minds. I want to understand why they search for a god that hasn't left them.
Well, I don't know anything about gods, so I honestly can't say I can understand any of it. Gods and whatnot's a bit beyond me.
Thrax is just kind of fold his arms. He's attempting to like. He's intently listening to what Hope's saying and just trying to piece together what he's trying to piece together. Yeah, the conversation.
I'm on purposely making it difficult for you guys.
Well, if it turns out that we have to head down into the deepest parts ourselves, then perhaps we should combine our forces.
If I get a meeting with their, who was it called?
The Expedition Legion.
Expedition Legion? I remember Otis. I didn't remember the Legion name. If I get word with Otis, and you guys are within range, I will promptly let you know.
Excellent.
But at this moment, I believe this is a one-man thing.
Well, I believed very much the same thing when I set out a couple of months ago.
Yes, but you are probably looking for trouble. I am not.
Not really trouble. Gems, actually.
Property brings trouble.
Well, in particular the ones that I'm currently looking for, yeah.
Yes, I saw.
Supposedly, they're gonna bring me death. But, you know.
Better just keep talking about it.
So says legend.
Oh, you know about the gems, do you?
Vaguely, not in detail.
Well, you know, one man's danger is another man's adventure. Hopefully this one is an adventure for me that doesn't end up with me dying. Quite a bit of danger I imagine there will be, regardless.
Wow, you have fun with that.
Oh, I most likely will, so the gem, it makes me feel good. It's lovely.
He takes a step back at that word.
Are you actually holding a gem right now?
No, I'm not holding it.
Okay.
I'm keeping it in my bag.
Precious.
Okay. Reyna, which is the name of the dwarven woman who is escorting you, says, okay then, is there anywhere else I can take you?
Right, you happen to have a junkyard somewhere around. I'm just grabbing for parts, if that's okay. Just until dinner time.
Oh, you're asking quite literally.
Yes. I want to...
To roll around in your trash.
Then,
Well, I want to find things that I can use to build things, or possibly turn into magical dust, depending on what I find.
if you're looking for a junk, then you best come with me and, old, I don't have your name.
I'll give her my name.
Big, psychic, mind-talky person. Where we're headed is essentially the city's trash pit, sad to say.
I'm sure it'll be fine. What could be living there that could be hazardous?
Great. My babysitting
The poor
now.
and destitute? The sick and dying, forgotten by the entire city?
I don't know.
Do they have horrible infectious diseases? Possibly insanity?
Most likely.
Now,
Just another week.
now,
Be in good company.
now Ekman wants to go. I want to meet more like me.
Would this be on the way to the people who can enchant my armor, by the way?
We'd probably drop your off before then.
Ah, excellent. I will accompany you then.
While this is going on, Thrax actually gonna pull Al aside and just sort of like ask him so in a lower voice. That way, Al doesn't have to like show anything if he needed to go anywhere.
Is your robot friend gonna come with us?
I will accompany my mistress.
Does he dance?
He dances.
I can
I'd
install
love to
that
dance with
module.
one of them.
He dances
I've always
very
wanted to
badly,
dance
though.
with a robot.
I think he's a little tall for you, though.
What if he gets on his knees?
He actually
Not
likes to be
very
called
good
Robit.
dancing.
He likes to be called
Sure
a
it
Robit.
is. Can I
I'm,
dance with him?
he's very, very bad at dancing.
Don't be rude to the kind dwarven woman, Hope.
Oh, you know what? You're exactly right.
She might
Gollum-
step on his beard, or he might step
Gollum-
on
You
the
can
beard.
only
though.
dance the robot. It's a single person dance. It's not even a 2-person dance.
No, but she can teach him.
Oh,
It's a
God.
robot, not a
Use her
learning
hold her
computer.
hands out so like to like join in a dance.
Gollum, dance with a nice lady.
I'm just gonna stare at Hope for a moment.
I'm gonna look so smug.
Ekman just kind of whispered on the breath, I did try.
She will grab Al's hands, and she is just going to kind of start like jumping to side, like doing like a jig, and it doesn't
Ryla's
really matter
leaving, by the
how
way.
the robot is reacting. She looks to be having the time of her life.
I'm just gonna shuffle back and forth mechanically. Very.
He's not very light on his feet, is he?
No, I haven't installed that for him yet.
Beep boop bop.
Oh,
We're
make
working
sure
on
to
it.
get to that very soon.
Oh, I could get to it right now. I'm kidding. I don't go that route. I don't think Al wants me opening
Sounds
him
like
up.
open. Open it up.
No, we don't have the parts with us at the moment.
After the junkyard. After the
After
junkyard.
the junkyard.
Not gonna find dancing robot parts in that junkyard.
You don't know
As
how
long as I
code
find
works.
parts, I can make it work.
Yeah.
Any parts.
That's incomprehensible for me.
I'm really good at my job. Of
Well,
making.
thank you for the dance, Mr. Robot. She gives him a bow. Or a curtsy.
Give him a
Well,
peck on the cheek if you like.
How
You won't
old
mind.
is this girl? This woman?
she's probably like in her early 30s.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what it would be based off Dwarven, like, if you compared a Dwarven to a human, essentially.
So she's like 60.
Yeah. She's older than that, but basically she would have, like, the
The
life equivalent of basically like a young 30-year-old.
You're a very happy lady, aren't you?
I like what I do. I like where I live.
You know what? That's totally cool. I like that. What was your name?
Reina.
Reina. Well, Reina, lead the way. This has been a pleasure so far.
Absolutely. Come on, everybody.
If they're going to lift, I'm already there.
Okay.
I left the minute the dancing started.
Lucky you.
It's actually kind of a long walk back to the lift because you basically have to go through this entire city to get there.
Well, I had about a 20-minute head start.
It takes 20 minutes to walk through a city.
No, I have a 20-minute head start on them.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll still get there before they do.
Yes. Actually, if you get there, then the lift is there and you can take it.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll just go by myself.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Gardas, where do you want to go?
What floor?
They never said.
She mentioned that the first 3 floors are called the crust, and that's where like it's sort of made to look more presentable to tourists.
But that's not the slums, right?
No.
All right, I'm just gonna say to your poorest district.
Why are you looking to go there?
Looking for your smallest church of Morden.
Guy kind of shrugs and then starts working the lift.
All right. Yay! No, they have to wait like 6 hours for their lift to come back down.
More than one lift.
Fuck your
Technically.
elevator.
Well, clearly, the whole city only has one lift.
Yes.
It is a massive lift, though. Like, you could easily fit an
Ooh,
entire...
can I like drop a penny down on one of their heads and kill them?
No.
Damn.
Kind of like, have you ever been in a freight elevator?
Yeah.
It's essentially like that. Like, it's surrounded on 3 sides, and then the 4th side is just kind of gate that passes by as you go past each floor.
Always like the gate and Impel down.
Yes, sort of. Less sexy guards, though. So he takes you up to the 4th floor and says, "Good luck out there."
I nod and head up.
It is almost pitch black.
All right.
There is no lighting on this floor. There's like a couple of wayward torches here and there to kind of put some light in this place, but much of it is pitch black.
All right.
Are you just gonna wander around, or you gotta crack a sunrod, or?
Yeah, I'll keep my one of my sunrods on me. Oh, I had Adventures kit, obviously, on me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll crack a sunrod, and I'm just gonna start slowly searching for Church of Morden.
Okay, it's a pretty depressing sight to walk through. It's a lot of dilapidated homes that are kind of fallen over, and you just see the occasional person huddled in what's left. There's no amenities to it. Most of the people look to be very malnourished if you see them. Some of them you hear crying, other you hear talking, some you just hear kind of or see wandering around. Anyone you pass by doesn't seem to pay you too much mind.
Mhm.
They kind of look at you, but they all seem to have already like a completely despondent look upon their face. So, what the fuck does it matter? As they kind of shuffle around. But you do see what looks like it was once a church has also started to kind of fall in on itself. But you imagine that might be a Church of Morden side of it.
Does it seem to be open if there's a way to get inside?
There's no door.
No door?
There's an entranceway that probably at one time had a door, but there's no door now.
From the looks of it, 29 passive. Does it look to be still active or no?
You don't know if only because nothing around here has necessarily looked active, but people have
Well, I
still
can see people moving around. I mean, I can see activity on this floor. I just want to see if, like, I can see that there's maybe a light in the church, or I can hear movement in the church, and...
You don't hear a light, or you don't see a light in the church.
I would be shocked if I can hear a light.
Damn, fluorescent bulbs.
But you
They're
do
all in
hear
over
a little bit of kind of like jingling going on in church.
I didn't.
Okay. If you head inside, basically this was once a very small church. It seems like the right side of it's kind of collapsed in a bit on itself, but the rest of the church seems to be still standing. And sitting in the front of the church is a dwarven man dressed in very simple brown robes, who is holding a bunch of beads in his hands as he kind of strings them together.
I speak to his mind. I'm going to assume he's a priest and say, "Hail, fellow priest."
Hello? I didn't hear anybody come in.
What's that?
I didn't hear anybody come in.
That's quite a shock, since of my size and armor tends to make me the worst, sneakiest person I've ever seen.
My hearing's just going with age.
May that all that be going with age.
What can I help you for?
I am not actually looking for help. I am wondering if you are looking for help.
What are you offering?
I drop a coin purse of about 4,000 gold at his feet.
You see him kind of stop. And his face doesn't move. His hand just kind of feels along the ground for a moment.
Mhm.
And it settles upon the coin purse. And he says, "What manner of charity is this? No one stops by these parts anymore."
Well, I am not from this part. I am A man of Bahamut. I choose to protect and serve those who cannot protect themselves.
It's much appreciated, though I don't know what I could do with money at this point. Most of the people here are terminal, you could say. I do what I can to make their lives easier.
Then I shall spend my time here with you helping this.
You're a very kind person. And he kind of reaches out, not at you,
Mhm.
and kind of feels around.
I put my hand over his hand.
Oh, what's your name?
Rylith of the Platinum Shield.
I'm Father Morn of the Church of Morden. Bless your soul. His hand just kind of shaking in yours, not of nervousness, just
Yeah.
rage.
I'm assuming the quantity of food in this area is desperately low.
That is true. Every so often I go up a couple floors and see what I can round up, charity and such, and I try to distribute it as best I can.
Well, they are making a feast in the honor of some people I have met, and I'm going to see if I can get my share of that feast brought here instead.
That's very generous of you.
For all I need are my rations. The feast is useless upon me.
Is there nothing I can give you for the kindness?
You already pay it forward. There's nothing you can do to just keep doing what you do.
Bless your soul, young man.
If, at this point, I'm going to ask him if he where are some people that are sick that might need my aid and shit like that, and I'll pretty much spend the rest of the evening doing that.
He'll kind of stand up and he'll hook his hand around, or his arm around yours.
Mhm.
And he's gonna say, I can show you where some of the men are. They don't always stick in the same place, but generally the same area.
Alright, I'm going to put my filter mask on,
Okay.
and
Alright.
I'm going to have that on for the rest of the time that I'm up here.
Okay. Then he will lead you along the way.
Roger, roger.
The rest of the party, you get to one of the lifts, and Reyna takes you on board and says, Alright, where to first?
Well, if you can just put me on the floor where I can find someone to enchant my armor, I will get off there and have a look around until the feast.
If you get the chance, you should definitely stop by one of the inns. Plenty of fun and festivities to be had there.
Sounds like a wonderful idea. And I was figuring I might as well buy some better clothes. Don't want to show up for a feast at the palace looking, well, like this.
That's a rather picky thing to be doing. Just a
Oh,
dinner
what's-
with a couple of royals.
Well, I'm not very familiar with how things work with the royals, so I figured, best be on my best behavior.
You brought back the pickaxe of one of our founding fathers.
The pickaxe.
You could fucking show up naked, they probably wouldn't say anything. Unless your one tit was smaller than the other. It'd probably be a topic of ridicule.
That's actually quite
I would
common.
have you know, my tits are perfectly proportionate, thank you very much.
Lies.
It's only my eye that's kind of lopsided. That's because it's not really an eye.
Yeah, I was noticing that. You ever pry your eye out to try to set it?
No, it's kind of stuck in there.
Oh,
Because
whoever finds your corpse is going to be in for quite a reward, though.
it's not worth anything, really. I had someone take a look at it to see if it was worth anything. It's just a bog standard pearl.
If you want my advice, don't go anywhere near the 4th floor. Because if they be seeing that, they'll rip it out of your eye socket.
Okay, not going to the 4th floor then. Thank you for the warning.
Honestly,
I'd like
the
to
4th
key
floor
my-
to like the 10th floor. Anywhere by there is kind of going to get a lot of desperation.
That's kind of good you said, because I was going to go find our friend earlier and see what he was up to. But he probably went to those floors.
Nah, sure you'll be okay.
Except they ripped me eye out.
Is that like a big deal or something?
Well, I like me pearly eye.
All right, well, we're here at the 13th floor.
Let's end this awkward conversation now.
Do you want us to come with you, or should I just wait on the elevator since I want to go to the junkyard?
No, it's fine. You can go to the junkyard. I'm pretty sure I can find my way around from here.
Then we find out the junkyard is the whole 4th floor.
I'll get off and start looking for any place where they can do magical enchantments on my armor.
Okay, Ekman, Thrax, and Al. Are you guys heading with her, staying with Al, or Cog?
I'll stay with Hope.
I'll probably end up going with Cog.
Thrax! Thrax is the Destroyer! Where are you going? Poor people are magic armor!
What was the last line?
Poor people are magic armor.
Thrax will get off and start looking around with Hope.
Okie dokie. Alright. She then pulls the lever, the gates close, and Ekman and Cog are taken up towards the 4th floor.
I'll wave at Ekman.
I'll wait back.
All right.
You get your arm
Then I'm
chopped
gonna
off the
smile
lift.
at Cog, like, have fun.
She takes
Oh,
you up,
how bad could it be?
she takes you up to the 4th floor. The gate
Yep.
opens, and as explained, you are in a city of basically pure and almost absolute darkness. It's surrounded with just dilapidated buildings, miserable, horrible people.
Oh.
Told you, you weren't
Okay.
going to find anything too exciting here.
Though,
Guards don't even come by here anymore.
The guards don't talk.
Yeah, it looks like hope.
Okay.
the whole thing, a lot of the room it will light up occasionally whenever I'm fucking using a healing word or something like that.
Yeah, occasionally you will see a flash of light like that. Or whatever the fuck your healing color spell is.
Holy
Fluorescent
helmet.
purple. That's what I'm saying it is.
Nope. Yellow.
This place
Fluorescent
is
purple. Ow, I hurt myself.
That's what you get for fluorescent purple.
That's what you get for whining about how hot it is.
This place is
Sorry, Chris.
a place. It does technically exist.
Yes, it does. So, what exactly were you looking for? Junk?
Parts, things, junk,
Well,
thrown out materials that are not being used anymore.
Celery.
that's pretty much all this floor is.
See.
Help
Well-
yourself, I suppose.
Yeah, I better get to work then.
Can you see in the dark?
No, I can't.
As he walks right into a house and knocks it over.
Right,
Still
it
has
says my
his
vision is
cat.
telepathy on
Easy
my
Snuggles, I'm so sorry.
I forget that
Ekman
it
has
says
low light,
telepathy
doesn't
on
he?
my sheet for some reason. Oh, because of my helmet. but-
Yeah.
Do I have a
Actually,
light?
Reyna lights up a torch. Says, "Just tell me where you want to go."
Well, I kind of want to look around and, try to find parts. If you want to leave this floor, since you don't seem to want to be here very much, I could
Find
totally
out
just want. I do have a little light. Okay, I
Find
can just
out when the
wander around
banquet
and look for
is.
stuff.
Those of your friends went down to a floor that's basically just filled with stores and merchants. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about you
Okay.
up there, though.
How bad could it?
About 5 minutes into your search, you find a piece of scrap metal on the floor and reach for it. And a sickly old man claws at your hand. Says, "No, it's mine!"
Try to eat the scrap metal?
No, but he does start to vomit on your hand.
Okay.
By the way,
Okay,
Ekman
this
has
place is
put his-
terrible. How many people live here?
I don't know. Seems just about any time someone loses everything, they just wind up here and making up
Okay.
gravestones.
Okay. Alright, Do you know where they would keep magical junk?
Probably not in the slums.
A dumpster, maybe?
Where's a dumpster?
Behind some stores.
She kind of points down.
Okay, let's go to the dumpsters. I'm dumpster diving for a bit. Gonna fucking fix this place if it's the last fucking thing I do.
You're gonna clean this place up one floor at a time, aren't you?
I have a plan.
Make a
dear.
Are you gonna make a store out of other people's junk?
No, I'm planning on turning
Giant
random
dump.
magical items into magical item making Imperials and then making a shit ton of everlasting rations.
Aww.
And I can just give them the everlasting rations and hopefully people here will have a slightly better life. Hopefully.
And you certainly won't trigger a gang war over the
Yeah.
extra magical item that you're just giving away.
That's why he's gonna make enough for everybody.
Clearly.
All 150,000 of them.
It's
Considering one
5
everlasting
medium
ration is
creatures
still-
every 8 hours. It'll
It-
totally be
it's-
fine.
He's how many? Like 10 people?
5 people per hour.
And so
Five
you only,
for 8 hours.
you only have to feed a minimum of like 10 cities worth of people.
I'm gonna make it slightly better. I can't probably fix it all. I can at least make it so some people won't vomit on my hand.
He says,
I feel
well,
like you just realized he vomited on your hand.
he's like, shouldn't have been pointing it against my head a moment ago.
Yeah.
Should have scratched my eye.
Uh,
Ram, we're doing fucking role playing. Can't come in.
Anyhow,
Let it
yeah,
glock.
I'm gonna go dumpster diving for magical items.
Well, okay
Before
then.
we actually leave, Ekman is just going to do like a burst arcana check to see if there isn't like some magical item lying around.
Okie dokie.
That's what I should do in the slums before I leave the slums.
You sense me, definitely.
Yes. Did X 28 find anything?
Ekman, off of the 28, you do sense. You sense a magic power coming from Rylith, who's in the city. Bad cat.
And a cat.
You definitely sense a magical dickhead cat. But also, the only other magic you sense is coming from Reyna's weapons.
There's nothing here. Except that strange man. I don't know his name yet, though. Or do
Yeah,
I?
you do.
Don't know.
I
Hope
said it
said
out
it.
loud.
It's Rylith.
But this is Ekman.
He's the big talking magic person.
Oh. So that's where he went.
Another beam of. Oh, I want my healer thing sound to be like the Inception womp.
No deal.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
You need to have that button ready for whenever you heal someone now.
I need a womp button.
There is a wall button.
Oh yeah. What's that called?
Okay. She will take the party then back to the lift. Rather take you two back to the lift then, if you were willing to go.
Can I make a check on the slums for Arcana check? I probably won't find anything,
Yeah.
but
You're gonna roll
33.
You're roll higher than me. What the fuck?
You scan the area, and just in the same way, the only things you can sense are Rylith somewhere out there, and you sense magic from Reyna's weapons.
I'm actually gonna check my head and said, you said there was magical items and enchantment here, right? Not on this floor, but
No, I said there was junk here. You asked for junk.
I asked for junk, but Hope asked for magical armor.
Oh yeah, that's down below on the other floors. I mean, you do sense magic from like
Okay.
beneath you, but
Okay, I do still. I wanted to
I
make sure
assume you
that-
weren't like radar. I mean, that's like saying you sense magic when you walk into a town. Of course, there's magic people.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Somebody in the
then-
chat room find me the womp button.
Then yeah, let's just head. I want to head back to the stores floor. I want to go dumpster diving for a bit.
all right, she's
I don't
willing
think
to
there's
take you
anything here
down
for me.
to what did I take you? The 16th floor.
Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna say I took you to the 16th floor. She takes you down to the 16th floor, and then we'll cut away for a moment over to Hope and the gang. Fuck it, it's gonna be Thrax and the gang.
Hi. Even though basically we're
Stealing
just
the
all-
spotlight.
What are you laughing at?
That's so right. I was like Thrax and the gang, and he's like, "Hi." I'm like imagining this like a television show. And it's like we now join Thrax and the gang, and he like turns towards the camera. He's like, "Hello." We're so polite. It's so good.
Joke of the night. Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Well,
It's searching for an armor place.
yeah, I'm just enjoying the sights and seeing what there is to see while looking for someplace where I can enchant my armor.
Especially if you actually give me a dungeoneering check.
That's my people.
Oh, joy.
I wonder how loud the walk button is.
Dungeoneering +6.
You are able. Oh, I was like, how the fuck did you get that? You are able to notice that the masonry here is beyond comparison to anything else you've seen. The architecture here is simply incredible. Even these buildings look like they're more magnificent than what they probably should be. Simple Inn looks incredibly extravagant. And what you're probably able to deduce, I don't know, is intelligence your dump stat?
Pretty much.
Is intelligence all three of your dump stats?
Hang on. I will
Beckman's
find
isn't
out.
No, it's just Al, Thrax, and
Yeah, my
Alright.
intelligence is 10.
I think no. Al has to have some, right?
I don't know where Dan is.
I'm assuming so. He's a sword mage. Anyway, Al would explain.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, intelligence is my secondary stat, so I'm very.
Okay.
very
So Al would be able to deduce that based on what Reyna told you before, this was actually probably at one point the high point of the city. And this is where all the nobles and aristocrats lived until the next floor was completed and they moved out, and this eventually just became a market district.
Is
So
everything
all-
carved out of stone?
Yes, everything is made out of stone here.
Like, what's the general shapes going on? Is it a lot of squares and things like that?
Squares, but there's incredible amount of intricate details carved into the stone itself. Some of them are made out of not solid crystal, but are like kind of outlined in magnificent gemstones. Some of them are just made out of very fine marble. Just incredibly angular and detailed.
So think like the dwarf city from The Hobbit before it fell into ruin.
Yeah, but a little bit more colorful
Okay.
Think of Ironforge.
and less dragons.
Ironforge, World
Right.
of Warcraft.
Sure.
I don't play World of
Was there a
Warcraft.
river in there though? There's no
Huh?
river. Is there a river in Ironforge?
Well, this river of lava below it, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I knew there was something that fucking went around that city.
Yeah.
No, there's no
Okay,
river
yeah.
or water here, but yeah, somewhat kind of like that.
Waffles.
But there is as you had before, just a lot of mirth and merriment from all the dwarves that kind of pass you by. A lot of them looking inebriated, though.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be looking for some place where I can get my armor enchanted.
Give me a streetwise.
Okay.
I have that.
God damn it, Dan. Why don't you give me actual good dice rolling things? Actually, I don't, because I only have +2 to this.
Yeah, your street wise is not worth
Don't.
making.
Walk into a wall.
You walk up to a hot dog stand and you put your armor on the cart and you say, "Can you enchant this for me?" And the man drops a hot dog on top of
It now has +1 hot dogs.
it. Your armor has a +2 defense against mustard now.
Sweet. You never know when that come in handy.
Hope, ask for relish.
The
What?
guy reaches into his cart with his tongs.
Thong.
And he just takes an entire scoop of relish and drops it on your armor. If you've ever seen
gonna
the
just-
Simpsons sketch with Leonard Nimoy, where he's like, "What'd you like on your hot dog, Mr. Nimoy?" Surprise me. And he just drops like a pound of relish on it. That's what happens to your armor.
Well, I'm gonna brush that off and ask him. Well, there seems to have been some mistake. Seems to
He
have
holds
been a
his
bit of a
hand
mistake
out.
here.
It's 3 gold.
Wow, that
you
is
do realize I
really-
never
That's a
actually.
lot of relish.
That's a whole lot of relish.
There's a
I
lot
didn't
of
actually ask for this.
You put your arm on here. You
So
just
if someone comes by and put their armor on the desk, it automatically means put stuff on it.
Turned into a hot dog.
duh. 3 gold, please.
I like the
I'm
Russians
gonna give him
better.
the 3 gold just because he's. Yeah, I don't even know why, but I'm doing
He's gonna
it.
take your
Something,
3
something
gold.
is compelling me to do this.
He's gonna take your 3 gold, then immediately stop paying attention to you and go back to hot dogs, hot dogs and radish.
Okay, I'll eat whatever he gave me.
You just knocked it on the
paid for
floor.
it. Oh yeah, I did. Never mind. All right, I'm gonna find some not inebriated.
I'm just gonna start looking around to see if I can find one for Hope.
Streetwise. There you go. You find a place. It's called Hammers and Bargains.
Hope, I think I found someplace. So
Excellent, you passed my test. Now we go inside.
You head inside, and it's rather
Good test.
shop. But you do see some armors and weapons hanging along the walls. And you walk up to the counter, and a small gnome is there.
Fucking gnomes.
Good day, sir.
Oh, hello.
Good day. I was hoping perhaps you could.
Is this the guy with the
Essentially-
celery?
I'm sorry?
I was hoping perhaps would it be possible to strengthen the magical enchantments that is already on my armor?
He's going to take a look at your armor. I don't know about that, but I could definitely add racing stripes to it.
Don't need racing stripes.
Only take
Sure you
payment
do.
for celery.
Mistress, I suggest speed holes.
Speed holes? Aha! Very smart robot. I could do speed holes and racing stripes for only 50 gold.
No, thank you. I turn around and leave.
It's a great deal.
Okay then.
Al, you do it.
And I'm gonna
For all
continue
your
looking
money.
for.
Mistress, I will provide speed holes and racing stripes for only 30 gold.
Excellent, but you can pay for it yourself.
I have a goal
So
at such property and have no money, mistress.
Yes, you do. I gave you money to hold on to for me, so you can use that.
Thank you, mistress. You are most kind.
Indeed.
It makes you hold a pass.
Yeah. I mean, what else is a golem good for?
Zax?
Except cat.
This
Well, I
unit
haven't-
is not,
I
this
haven't
unit is
installed
not
that
equipped for
up
that.
Oh, I can tell.
Kind of got a Munich here.
Alright.
Okay,
So-
you leave. Give me another streetwise.
Oh, Al doesn't get
Thanks.
racing stripes?
Dax is the only one with charisma.
fine.
They walk back in.
Exactly the same.
You walk into a store called Hammers and Bargains.
A
and
different
you
one.
see- You see a small gnome at the counter. Hey, back for the racing stripes, deal. I would like to tell you,
Thrax.
the price has increased to 60 gold.
I'm going to rub my temples and be like, Thrax, if
Wait,
we end up
wait,
back
the
here
price
again.
increased?
Yes.
You're
Supply.
terrible at haggling.
Fine.
Supply.
I
demand.
My guess is he is the brother of the potion salesman.
Thrax will try to take another look around.
Okay, Thrax. This time you find a store that you can tell particularly is owned by dwarves. It is called Nailed In, Nailed Out. And you head inside.
Excuse
As soon
me,
as we walk-
sir.
Yes.
I was wondering, is it possible for me to have my armor enchanted here?
Let me see it.
I put the armor onto the counter.
It takes.
I was hoping that you could perhaps strengthen the enchantment that's already here.
This isn't steel.
No, it is not.
I hate working with not steel. I can do it.
Excellent.
For Mother Russia.
And basically what I'm trying to do is get my armor up to +2.
Okay. What I need you to do is I need you to first give me a diplomacy check or a bluff check, basically whatever you're trying to do if you're trying to change the price at all.
What is the current price?
Basically market standard plus a 10% write-up.
What would that be? That's a good question. Hang on.
The difference in value of the armor you want and the armor you have plus 10%.
Yeah, I'm trying to currently find it.
You could just try to lower the percentage.
It's a level 5 gloaming leather armor.
They want level.
Yeah, I basically want it to be +2. It's currently +1. There is no +2 gloaming leather armor.
Yeah, there is.
There should
It's
be.
5,000. The difference is in price is 4,000 gold.
Crap, I don't actually have that much money.
You better really sweet talking then.
I didn't realize it would be this goddamn expensive.
Magic items in this game get pretty expensive pretty fast.
Yeah, so I'm realizing.
Gloaming armor level 2 is a level 10 item, so it's pricey.
I should have looked this up.
Yes, you should have.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah,
Blow him.
actually. What I'm
Sounds like
going-
that's what you were considering for a moment.
No,
Still the robot. Wait, oh, wait.
I was actually thinking. Actually, I'm going to ask him. Well, now that I've actually had a heard what your prices is.
You probably want to upgrade your weapon.
Oh, my weapon is already a +2.
That's true.
Would it be possible for me to sell you this armor, and, or rather, if I sell you this armor, could I buy a second set of armor cheaper?
Depends what you're looking for.
Well, some basic magic leather armor.
So does the flat magic +2 armor.
Yeah.
So I can just change enchantment on this.
Ooh, excellent.
You'll pay market difference plus 10% write-up.
Someone help me with the math.
Calculating.
Toaster strudel.
Mistress, you will have to sell your ass for this.
800 plus 10%, 880 gold, mistress.
Excellent. This is why I have you.
Are you going to try a diplomacy or a bluff or anything to change the price?
Acrobatics blowjob.
I will. Actually, I don't have the stats to pull anything like that off. I could do like an
Okay.
acrobatics, give him like a striptease on the counter.
You already have your armor off, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you are handing the armor over to him, do you have your pack with you?
I do have my backpack on me.
Okay. Give me a perception.
My passive is 24.
Okay. Give me just a perception check. Okay. You feel like a ripple kind of go through your body, originating from your bag.
Ooh. Excuse me, sir.
Somebody needs to change their panties again.
That's beside the point. But, excuse me, sir. Do you have magical gems?
No. We're armor store. Armor. He like points towards your armor. Armor store.
I like
Like,
this guy.
if I'm gonna reach into my pack, can
Signs
I
it.
tell...
Nail in, nail out. Not nail in gems to the store.
If I reach into my backpack and hold the gem, can I tell like is there a particular direction it's being pulled towards or something?
It just seems to be vibrating. Or pulsating, rather.
Well, I'm going to pay the
Big
man.
deal or what?
Yeah, I'm going to pay the man the 883 gold, was it?
880.
800. I'm going to pay him his 880 gold.
As this is happening, are you holding on to the gem?
Yeah, I'm sort of reaching into my backpack. I'm not pulling it out.
You can feel that the gem's pulsating is getting a little bit weaker.
So it's on the move.
As he's moving. Like, what is the dwarf currently doing?
He's just tidying the armor up to get ready to move it and kind of waiting for you to pay him.
Okay, so he's moving my armor about and the vibrating is getting weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me for one moment. Could I have a look at my armor again? Sentimental value.
Da.
Does he hand me the armor? He hands me the armor back?
Yeah.
And what happens with the gem?
It still feels like it's getting a little bit weaker.
Okay, I quickly pay the man, and then I turn
The armor
around
will
and-
be ready in 2 days.
Excellent, I'll be back by then. And then I...
Leather armor. And he spits on your armor.
I'm distracted, I don't notice it.
We waits till you leave, but I just want everyone to know.
Okay. So I quickly head outside, and how does the stone react?
Stone's still like pulsating, but again, it's weaker than when you first grabbed it.
Okay, I'm gonna be like walking a few feet in each direction, trying to see if it's getting stronger in any of them.
No, you can't really notice any discernible difference. It's the streets are crowded, so you can't really tell if it's coming from somebody or what it is. But you get the feeling that it's moving.
Crap.
What is it?
The gem is vibrating somehow. And from what August told me, the gem would only do this if there was a second gem nearby. And because it keeps getting weaker, it's possible that someone is carrying it around. Problem is, I have no idea which direction it is.
Hey, Chris.
Yep.
How long before you're gonna need me again?
You could probably head off for a little bit.
I'm not gonna be very long. I just gotta double check.
We're probably gonna
couple
take a
things.
break, probably about 9 o'clock anyway. So.
Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Alright, no problem.
I can calculate distance, probable location with 3 points, assuming we can get an estimate of distance off of it.
Like, what kind of directions can we walk right now? Is it just completely open?
Yeah, I mean, you are free to go in any direction based on the 3-dimension existence we live in. So,
Okay.
I mean, no way is blocked you. There's just a lot of people around, so you might have to kind of push through some people if you're trying to move in one direction straight for a while, or you might run into a building. But
If I hold the gem... Nah, I can't really hold the gem upwards. People would see it. I'm just curious if it might be below us or above us.
no, it doesn't seem to have that kind of. It doesn't seem to have a spatial recognition like that. It seems to
Okay.
be kind of like a inaccurate radar of a way. That seems to be
General
when it's
vicinity.
further. When it's further away, it seems to be reacting to it lesser, and when it's closer, it seems to react to it harder. But you can't tell a direction of which it's reacting to.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick one direction. Like, I'm gonna pick south,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna start moving rapidly in that direction.
You see that the gem seems to actually be maintaining a constant with you. Like it seems to be maintaining the pulsing seems to remain a constant.
Okay, so I'm not getting further away from it, but I'm not really getting closer either.
All
Okay, I'm
this
just
while
gonna-
Thrax is just trying to keep up with her.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my pace and see
Oh.
if it increases.
Probable that other gem is either above or below us then, and we are not moving substantially away or closer to it.
Do you go in any other directions?
Head towards the lift, see if it changes at all.
You start heading towards the lift, and as you are getting closer towards it, the gem starts to pulsate more. Do you keep heading towards the lift?
I'll keep heading towards the lift.
Okay, you keep heading towards the lift, and it reaches a point where. Give me a perception check as you're doing this.
All of us are just.
If you're looking as well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm. Well, it wouldn't make a difference to me because I don't know like how the gem's reacting. So, but there. Hope still got the best.
You guys, like while you're looking around, you do see some characters who seem to be looking at you. And Hope, you can't help but feel as though you see someone maybe on the rooftops. But as you're heading in that like straight direction towards the lift, the signal it starts pulsating very strong, and then all of a sudden starts to drop off.
Can we see which direction the lift is heading?
The lift is heading up, or rather, the lift that you're heading to right now is actually stationary.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to get in to the lift and ask it to go up to where the like if they know perhaps where the other lift, what floor it was headed to take us to that same floor.
Who are you chasing?
You said the lift was headed up, so
Sorry, no, the lift that you guys were heading towards, because there's more than one lift, but the one you're headed
Yeah.
towards wasn't moving. It was
Okay.
stationary.
Yeah, I'm asking the lift operator to follow the other lift, basically.
Okay. He says okay, and he then takes you guys down 2 floors.
I thought the other lift headed upwards.
That was me misspeaking. There was no
Oh,
other
okay.
lift you were headed towards one lift, and I first said it was heading up, but I meant to say it was stationary.
Okay.
These lifts aren't always constantly moving. But
Okay,
if you
so as
do
we
want to
head-
get into the lift and move, I mean, you can.
Yeah.
actually, that like they'll get into the lift, but Thrax will just kind of hold off and just say, I'm gonna like because I'm assuming Thrax. Did I notice that there were people kind of giving us looks?
Yeah. I mean, give me a insight.
Nope.
You're kind of a bad judge of things, so you're just like everyone was staring at us. Val, you would probably think that some people are probably staring at you just because you're kind of rushing about and you're foreigners. So you don't know how much is necessarily like if there's sinister notions behind it or just you were drawing attention.
It's like everyone is paying a little attention to us. No single small group or individual is paying a lot of attention
No
to us.
common pattern you could find between them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Never mind
I'm
what I
gonna
was
get
gonna
in.
do.
I'm gonna get into the lift and ask him to follow the direction of the most recent other lift.
Okay, he's going to start heading down 2 floors, and upon you start going down those 2 floors, the pulsating in the gem stops completely.
God damn it. So what floor are we? We're now on the.
You're on the 18th floor. And it's a kind of a bit more markets, but a bit more residential.
God damn it. I can't just ask him to go back up. I imagine it might take some while before they start moving again.
Oh, you can. He's like, I ain't got anything to do today. I'm a lift operator.
Screw it, we're heading back
I
up.
literally lift the lift up, lift it down, or do nothing for a 7-hour shift without a lunch.
You're like the guy who works in teleporters on the Enterprise.
Yeah, it sucks. My life sucks. So he lifts you guys up back 2 floors, and once you get to those 2 floors back up, hope the gem is pulsating again, though it's rather weak.
Alright, continue upwards.
As you head up another floor, it disappears completely.
Back down.
Yeah,
This
okay.
poor lift operator.
It starts pulsating again when you're back on the 16th floor.
Okay,
Maybe
so
head
I'm
back
gonna
out into the. Maybe head back
Yeah.
out, see if it continues.
Okay, it does get a little bit stronger, and then all of a sudden, hope, it completely stops. And this is a different sense than you had before, because normally it would start to trail off. This time it was kind of like beep, beep, and then just goes dead completely.
It was just completely cut off. Oh, that's annoying. That's really
What
annoying.
It trail off again.
It didn't trail off, it completely stopped. Just dead in its tracks. It was like whatever it was reacting to just completely vanished. I'm gonna take another look around to see if again there are Like, if I notice the same people watching us as before.
Some people are. Some people seem to be like. Well, you're particularly notable. In fact, all of you are very notable. What am I saying? There's no like. There's no like. You're kind of noticeable. You're a fucking robot, a
A
giant
dragon.
dragonborn woman with a pearl for an eye. So they kind of all kind of notice you. Give me an insight.
Yeah, but I saw people on the rooftops earlier,
You
right?
saw a man on the rooftop. Would look like a person on the rooftop. Are you looking in that spot again?
Yeah.
Give me a perception then.
Blah.
You don't notice anyone on the roof now.
God damn it. I feel like something huge just happened and I have no idea what.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
It's all good.
Yeah, they're not leaving till 7:30 our time, which will be,
It's like what, an hour and a half from now.
yeah.
Alright, Thrax, let's just go have a couple of drinks. I need to drink away the annoyance.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, give Thrax. Give me a streetwise. You look around the city. You start heading kind of in more towards the middle of the floor, and you find a relatively nice-looking ale house.
Alright.
Hope, are you still holding on to the gem?
I'm keeping a very close watch on it, so yeah,
Are
I'm
you
touching
actually-
it from time to time.
Okay, are you actually holding it though? Like, can people see you holding it?
No, I haven't pulled it out, but like I have my backpack, like I'm carrying it in front of me so I can hold it like that.
Okay. Okay. You find the ale house then, and head inside. There's a bartender there. He's a relatively nice guy. Serves you drinks for only 2 silver apiece. Pretty good stuff.
Good day, sir. Could I perhaps have some nice beer?
Sure,
Preferably-
man.
Preferably not dwarven beer. I know how that stuff can kick like a freaking mule.
No way, man. We don't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, God.
Some brand new stuff. And it's a lot better for you. It's made out of whey. I don't know if you've heard of that. And I know the first time I heard of it, I was like,
Oh, it's a
"Whey?
fucking coffee house.
It's a hash house.
But yeah, man, I got some great stuff here. Have you ever tried a stout with some citrus in it?
No, I have not.
It's great, man. You drink it, and you kind of feel like your bad energy sort of leave you, and you're more like limber and alive.
You know what? That actually sounds really good right about now.
Sweet. Let me just ring you up. That's gonna be 2 gold per cup.
Alright, I'm gonna buy one for Thrax as well. You are drinking with me.
Okay.
You found this place as
man,
well,
you're
but
huge.
Yeah, I'm huge.
no
With my
idea. I've
cock's
seen
in
him take a
it.
piss.
Whoa, no need to get graphic, little lady. This is a family restaurant. Except for me, because I can't be tied down by the chains of love.
Or the man.
Or the man.
You're a very free
Or by
spirit.
the
aren't
woman
you?
I have out for myself.
You are an exceptionally free spirit.
We're all free spirits.
There
Except
is
that
spirit.
robot. He's literally owned by somebody.
I like this
Which
guy
is
too.
it's kind of a bummer, but
What you
I
gonna
thought,
do?
I thought I'd point out the irony in my statement.
Confirm.
know.
My life is pain.
I had a humor module installed. It makes it less tragic.
He laughs at fart jokes.
They always say comedy is just drama viewed from across the street. I read that in a book once. You probably haven't heard of it, though.
Well, I did
I
read
sell
somewhere
copies of
that
it for 12 gold, though, if you want to read it.
I did read somewhere that one man's comedy is another man's tragedy. Does that count?
No, this is a different quote. And the book's still 12 gold.
I'll take the drinks.
It's like sliding the book.
It's a book. You open it up, and there's only 1 page written on it,
Is this
and that's the quote.
is this the potion salesman's cousin?
This is actually a dwarf, but he's definitely a bohemian dwarf.
But he's not haggling, so it's not the other guy.
It's a set price.
I'll get the drinks,
Okay.
and I'll still keep a close feel on the gem.
Hi, little lady. Hope you enjoy the drink.
Little lady.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're taller than me, but like, by our standards, like, birds are bigger than us.
Also, taking into account, there's a freaking like 7-foot dragonborn, close to 7-foot dragonborn standing right beside her.
He holds up his hand like a one finger thing. Like, hold on, just one moment. I left something in the bathroom. I'll be back in 3 minutes. He heads back in there, and yeah, just heads into the bathroom.
Perception check to hear him hitting off a bong. And all he hears.
Man, I would do things to that elf thing.
Opens up the door. Plume of smoke comes out.
It's like the universe in the quartz, man.
It's like the universe inside of me, and I'm like pissing out a stream of stars into the sink.
It's like flowing from the needle of space, man. Okay, so
Anyway, basically, hours pass for you guys. Oh, Cog, I forgot to address you guys when you come back down to this floor. What would you guys like?
Oh my god, still stuff's going on.
I'm
Chris, I'm
searching
gonna go have another
dumpsters.
cigarette. I'll be back.
Well,
I'm pretty sure this won't take longer than 10 minutes.
It shouldn't take too long.
All right.
He's literally searching dumpsters for magic items.
19.
well, when we get on the floor, I'll probably mention to Collar that, dumpster diving probably isn't looked well on in modern society.
And
Although Ekman's the voice of reason here.
I want to note, we brought back their legacy treasure, and are not wearing the terrorist mask that we also brought that we won't talk about. We'll be
Why are
fine.
you
We're
mentioning it?
adventurers. We're eccentric folk.
I love how you're going to be honored as heroes tonight, and you're digging through dumpsters now.
Yeah.
You could probably ask for that stuff, and they give it to you.
Well, with that perception, you dive headfirst into a dumpster, and you are digging through a lot of trash at the moment.
chemical waste.
Did you ever clean off your
While
arm?
he's doing that, I'm going to specifically Arcana check that dumpster to see if there's anything inside of it.
Probably should have done that first, yeah.
There's magic at the bottom of the dumpster.
I actually sense there's something magic at the bottom of the dumpster.
You get a very faint impression of something magic down there.
Alright, I'll wait till Cog comes up.
It's a magic rodent.
I'll probably, since I imagine this might actually take a bit, I'll probably dive for a bit, stick my head up to breathe actual air again.
Oh, God.
Endurance check.
Yeah, you
No.
gotta go
A little
dirt.
bit down further. Further. Down.
Further.
Dig with your mouth.
Make sure to eat the syringes that are down there.
So you want an endurance check from me?
Yeah.
26!
You are a champ at digging through garbage. I mean,
He's at his element right now.
slimy. Some of it's all over your clothes, getting in your beard, but you're not stopping. You're like that kid in Guts who's like at the bottom of the crag, and like the sprinklers and shit's already all over him, and somebody's already at the top, but you're like, no, I must get second place. It's a wasted effort because you keep finding more trash until you get to the very bottom. You get to the very bottom. Are you gonna dig that deep?
Yeah, I'm going to dig that deep.
This is gonna take about probably like 15 minutes for you to get down there.
How
When
big
you
is
get-
this dumpster?
He's a gnome.
I'm a gnome. I'm like
Good
4
for
feet big.
I probably had to help him into it.
You get to the bottom of the dumpster, and at the bottom of it, you can sense some very faint magical residue.
Gonna scoop it up.
Okay,
Magical boogers.
select it.
Yes.
Sir, do you
No,
want
if-
to look how much you got?
Yes.
Who would believe that about 3 gold worth of magic residium?